Hey guys, iHackApple here, and today I am bringing you my recommended Hackintosh builds for 2012. I will be building this computer around Christmas time. I will probably release a video on it around late December or early January. So let's get right into it. For the case, we have NZXT Source 210 Elite. This is a mid-tower ATX. The reason I chose this is because of all the toolless bays. It has 3 toolless external 5.25 drive bays and 8 toolless internal 3.5 hard drive bays. And for the external connections, it has one standard audio mic connection. It has one USB 3.0 connection and one USB 2.0 connection. It has excellent wire management, which should be a no-brainer for anyone who's experienced with building computers. And that's pretty much it on the case. For the power supply, we have a 400 watt Cooler Master Elite power supply. This is an 80 plus power supply, so you'll get about 480 watts out of it. For the motherboard, we have a Gigabyte GA Z77X UD5H ATX motherboard. This has a LGA 1155 socket, and experienced Hackintoshers should know that you can only Hackintosh on an Intel processor. This motherboard has integrated a GPU, so there's no need for a graphics card or anything like that. It supports 4 sticks of RAM, which is a total of 32 gigabytes. It has 6 USB 3.0s and 4 USB 2.0s. The reason I chose this motherboard, even though it runs at $180, is because I have all the multi-beast settings working perfectly on this motherboard. All the audio and video works great. Everything's working fantastic. If you're an experienced Hackintosher, you can totally go with another motherboard for a lot cheaper and mess around with multi-beast and see the settings that you really want. But if you're a beginner Hackintosher, I recommend this board because it is very easy to set up with the multi-beast settings I'll be posting later. For the hard drive, we have a Seagate Barracuda 1TB 7200 RPM hard drive at 6 gigabytes per second. And the reason I chose a 1TB hard drive is because I'm a big movie guy and I didn't want to be buying external hard drives just because I never really leave the house. I never really go on vacation or anything like that, so I don't really need an external hard drive to carry around with me. So I'd rather just have all my memory in my computer. We have 2 4 gigabytes of RAM, and you can get as much RAM as you want. It depends. I'm going to be running Parallels desktop, so I want a lot of RAM to be able to do that on my Hackintosh. And for the processor, I went with an Intel Core i3 3225 dual core processor running at 3.3 gigahertz. The reason I chose this is because I am not a big video editor or anything like that. I'm not going to need a quad core processor or anything like that, so this processor will be fine for me. If you do want to do a lot of video editing or maybe even gaming on your Hackintosh, you can go with an i5 or an i7 processor. The multi-beast settings that I'm going to be posting are exactly the same as long as it's an Ivy Bridge processor, which any new Intel processor should be. This is in a socket 1155 to fit in the motherboard, as anyone who's experienced with computers should know. And that's pretty much it for this Hackintosh, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, tell me what you think. Leave comments telling me what I should do for my next videos, and thanks.